My name is James Blackburn. I live and work in the American Southwest. As a result, I have the good fortune to be able to travel to a variety of beautiful locations. As a professional filmmaker, I document my life through video adventures and I share them with the world. Stay tuned as I travel through the world of movies and the beautiful outdoors. Thanks for watching the James Blackburn Experience.
After a good night of sleep in the East Hills Skyloft hammock, I awoke to the sound of a symphony of birds. This is what the Gila wilderness sounds like at 5:30 in the morning. Most excellent. For me, this sounds like beautiful music, and I was glad to be here. Enjoy.
All right, good morning, folks. It is the third day of my wilderness experience. It's about 10 minutes after 6 in the morning. Decided to get up and move around a little bit. Whoa. Look what all these marks on the ground are. They're just crisscrossing everywhere. Lizard tracks maybe, or something, but that's a lot. Anyway, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's nice to wake up in the morning and hear nothing but birds and bullfrogs. Absolutely no automobiles. It's great. Early morning sun's hitting the mountains. It's a beautiful thing.
I love the early mornings in the wilderness. The earth is coming alive as the sun begins to rise. Wandering around like this always brings me much happiness. I love to explore and be surrounded by nature. This is good medicine, and it's something I need to do. Nature brings my life into a balance. I come here to step away from the concrete jungle and recharge my spiritual batteries. I would live in the wilderness full time if it were possible. Nature truly feels like home to me.
You know, as I sit here in the early morning like this and just take in the sounds of nature, it's really beautiful. It's very quiet and peaceful here right now. Lots and lots of birds. Matter of fact, I hear over there a woodpecker doing something, pecking wood. I don't know if you could hear that, but that was it just now. There's a lot of birds around here right now. It's really cool. And a minute ago, I saw a big bird of some kind fly right down the middle of the dirt road. And it was a really, really big one. So I'm not sure what that was, but it was beautiful.
I am not the most intelligent person in the world, and that's okay. I'm probably not qualified to offer advice to anyone at any time, but here goes anyway. Life is short. Too short to be worried about things that are out of our control. Instead of worrying and being stressed, we need to step back and see the beauty that surrounds us. I'm not just talking about nature. I'm talking about the beauty of humanity, when they're at their best. I've said it before, beauty is everywhere if you know where to look. Slow down, stop and smell the flowers, and take in the view. Breathe in the clean air, and let folks know that you love them. Remember, tomorrow isn't guaranteed, so embrace the good things in your life today and never let go.
Alright folks, I slept pretty good in the hammock last night. Stayed dry and warm. Got a decent night's sleep. Now it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's up and about doing stuff, and Roy boiled some water for me so I could have my oatmeal, which I'm having right now. It's always tasty. So there you go. Another beautiful day here in New Mexico.
This was a nice campsite. Lots of shade and next to the Gila River. Between the views and the birds singing, I was feeling the energy of this place and it felt amazing. It was peaceful, calm, and tranquil. A perfect recipe for a happy moment.
Alright folks, well it's a beautiful morning here at Gila Camp. We're having a great time. It's still beautiful out, it's not hot. We're all having some breakfast and then we're going to go on a hike today, so stay tuned because we're going to see some new land that's all new to me. Here we go.
We gathered after breakfast and discussed the day's plans. What would we see? What adventures would lie ahead? Soon we would see. But first, some more beautiful Gila River shots for you.
Well, we're out exploring today and seeing some new parts of the Gila I haven't seen before, and look at the beauty here. Just awesome.
Yeah, because
All right, continuing the journey. Thanks, brother.
no, you're welcome, man.
Here we go. About to cross the river for the first time.
I do not recommend crossing a river in your vehicle unless you are experienced and know the safety factors that are part of it. We scouted the location before crossing and knew that we could continue across the river and further down the dirt road. We knew it was okay and that it was safe.
All right, folks, as we're continuing our journey up the river in the dirt road, we found this spot right along the river here that's just absolutely beautiful. We're thinking about moving our camp up here. Well, not to this exact spot, but behind me in the forest. But I wanted to show you the riverside real quick. But up over here, where the guys are at, there's plenty of shade and trees for tents, hammocks, and whatever else we need. So pretty exciting. We're thinking about coming back here in a little while. All right, folks, nice shady spot here by the river. We're gonna come back up here in a little while and have a couple nights of camping up here, it looks like. It's gonna be awesome. It's such a beautiful place. All right, folks, we are way back here on some very iffy roads, very tight. I'm definitely gonna be getting some what we call New Mexico pinstriping on the vehicle here, but thankfully most of the time that stuff buffs out pretty easily. But yeah, we are back here. We're trying to find this old trailhead, and man, oh man, this road hasn't been maintained in a long time. But my truck is built for this kind of stuff, so hopefully it will not have any issues. So far, so good. All right, folks, there's an old corral here and an old building with some drawings on it. I wonder how long it's been here, but it's kind of interesting. Let's go take a look inside, shall we? Yep. Don't do that, man. So there you go. I was not ready for that. You scared me, man. Oh, this is neat. We are way back here, and this is somebody's old homestead here. You can see this room was probably the kitchen. There's a stove in there. This is really neat. They must have had electricity because look, there's a microwave. Old bed frame there. This room is still somewhat intact. Oh yeah, look, there's a light fixture on the roof. So there was electricity out here at one time. I don't know how they got it, but wow. Pretty neat, huh?
I could totally build a house out of this.
Yeah. So there was another structure here at one point. Can't really tell what it was. It wasn't very big, but humans and their garbage. They sure do leave it behind sometimes. But still neat though. And back over there is a windmill that we're gonna go check out here in just a second.
Cool, this is where they would have got water for that tank, or the stocks over here for the pond, or the corrals, I mean.
As well as for themselves, huh? Yeah, that's neat. A little bit of history there. Okay, so they call this tree an alligator pine because the skin of the alligator and the bark of the tree have a similar texture and tone to them, as you can tell. But you don't usually see this tree in this size. I mean, it's massive. Very cool.
We continued to explore the area and enjoy the wilderness together as a family. What a great day!
All right, folks, we're in a section here that Royd has nicknamed Tim Burton Forest because all the unusual, weird-shaped trees here that look like they could be in a Tim Burton movie.
I'm not one of those trees, even though you got me on
Yeah.
camera.
All right, folks, when you're in the mountains in New Mexico, you occasionally see cactus still. It's pretty interesting to think that we're here in this big, beautiful forest with a river not too far away, and there's still cactus here. I mean, I love it. I love it so much. New Mexico is such an amazing place. I feel fortunate every day that I wake up and I get to live here.
We continued down the trail into freedom and beauty. This was an amazing spot, and the hiking was easy. I couldn't stop smiling as we continued further down the trail.
So what am I gonna do?
All right, so these guys got ramen bombs going, getting it all mixed up and ready to go. It's looking pretty awesome. I better get going on mine. All right, folks, camp number 1. You served us well. We're gonna be saying goodbye here in a little bit. All right, well, we're gonna pack up here shortly and head up the trail again. It's a Royd Squatch. All right, folks, we drove up to the second site here where we were at earlier today, and the guys have started getting the truck unloaded. I'm gonna jump in here in a minute too and help them. But what a beautiful spot. So looking forward to a couple days up here. And one of the featured parts of this is there's a lot of shade, but there's also a lot of water. And down there where the river turns, it's pretty deep. So a little later we're gonna be in here having some fun and cooling off, and I'll get some video of that as well, so stay tuned. It's part of being out here in the wilderness is getting water to be able to be drinkable. Sure, you can carry in almost everything you need, but at 8 pounds per gallon, that adds up on your back really quick. So the guys are down here getting some filtration going.
This is just one type of water filter of many. Do your research and find a filtration system that works for you and your adventures.
All right, folks, I was gonna put my hammock right here between these two trees and sleep in the hammock again, but ran into a little problem when I was setting up, and that was down here. I don't know if you can see them, but there was some ants down here. It was just like thousands of them. I must have stirred up a nest because they looked angry. So I decided to leave that spot and go over here instead. So no hammock tonight, But I got my trusty 2-man tent and I'm ready to have a nice night of sleep there.
After we got camp all set up, it was time to cool off with a swim in the refreshing waters of the Gila River.
It smells a little fishier down here though than the other hole for some reason, but that's probably because there's fish here, huh?
I climbed up on the rock and then sat there and caught my breath. I love these type of adventures. Plus, it was very hot today, and the water was helping to cool me off. I have a tendency to run a little hot, especially during the summer, and any chance I get to cool off is always very welcome. I was feeling overheated and just wanted to sit here in the shade near the water. Soon I swam back to camp, where I would take a short rest before continuing the day.
All right, folks, we are in an awesome campsite. It's the second campsite of our trip. Beautiful place right by the river. However, it's hot out here today. Thankfully, we have shade, but I overdid it. I didn't drink enough, and just like the last time I was in the Gila, I got sick. I suddenly had a headache. I felt overheated. It was probably heat exhaustion and dehydration a little bit combined, but took a little break in the truck in the shade, and after I got done vomiting everything out of my stomach, which was just a Gatorade, I started to feel a little better. I've been sipping on water ever since, so I'm starting to bounce back. Clothes are still wet from being in the water, and that's helping keep me cool as well. So talk about deja vu though. Getting overheated and sick again, just like the last time I was in the Gila. Wow. But this time's different. Got the river behind me, got friends with me, got plenty of drinks, food, and everything's gonna be fine. So
after a little more rest time, I wandered down to the river to see if there was anything I could do to help with the water filtration. Turns out he already filtered 5 gallons and saved the day. Plenty of water for drinking and cooking now. Thanks for all the hard work. A little while later, Roy took my underwater camera and got some cool shots.
nice.
Thanks for the excellent camera work, man. I appreciate it.
Royd's underneath the water checking out the fish. He's got goggles on and just floating along. Nice day.
But that camera right there is designed to be waterproof, so it's a lot safer to take that one under than my actual phone, obviously. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Let's see what he does with it.
Jumping into the river from a rock wall is almost always mandatory, but use good judgment to guide you to a safe and fun experience. Be careful and come back and do it again.
All right, folks, getting later in the day. We're prepping for some meals here. Roy's got some water boiling there. Got some water boiling over here. Getting some ramen bombs set up and ready to go. Those are gonna be great. Anybody got any comments here while we're standing around?
Why do we have to go home?
I know, aren't we gonna just live here the rest of our lives?
I want to live here.
Me too. All right, folks, I know it's nothing exciting about boiling water, but when you're outdoors in the wilderness, this is an exciting thing because that means dinner is just around the corner. So we're gonna turn this baby off. Oops, wrong way. We got us boiling water now, so we're gonna finish up the ramen bombs and eat with a beautiful view. All right, folks, that is what a ramen bomb looks like when it's all mixed up in the freezer bag. There's chicken, potatoes, and ramen in there, and that is gonna be tasty. That is a nice size meal, and boy, I'm gonna sleep nice tonight with this in my belly. All right, can't go wrong with the ramen bomb. I wish you could see how small these things really were. They're little tiny. There you go, folks. On the left is the frog. On the right, piece of US currency, a dime. You can see that frog is actually smaller than that dime. How cute is that thing? So beautiful. I wonder what kind of frogs they are. It's okay, I'm not gonna hurt you. All right, folks, this water is crystal clear right now. If the sun was shining on it, you'd see all the way to the bottom with no problem at all. But man, oh man, talk about beautiful. I love camping. And I do like hiking a lot to get to camp. But I also enjoy relaxing and just sitting around doing almost nothing, which is what we're doing right now. And this view is just peaceful and nice. You can see the sun hitting the mountain there and the clouds in the sky. You really can't go wrong. All right, guys, we got a nice little sweet spot here. All the tents are set up, ready to go, and we are gonna have a good, fun night.
I put the rain fly on my tent just in case. Then we had a nice and relaxing game of frisbee.
Meanwhile, we have a Tim Burton tree here. All these exposed roots here from all the years of flooding that have gone by. Look at that. I mean, that is cool. Look, there's a rock right up, twisted in the roots from years gone by. That is wicked. Right, and it just lifted it off the ground over years, huh? Yeah, that is wicked. That's what it looks like to see underneath the tree. How cool is that? Yeah, it's neat to think that this side of the tree has been washed out by a river over the years, but the other side of the tree is ground up there. So that's freaking awesome. Okay, it's evening. It's about 9:15. Still got a little bit of light left. Everybody's just kind of chilling. All right, folks, I'm outside for one last time this evening. It's wrapping up the day. It's about 9 o'clock at night. We've sent messages to our loved ones, let them know we're safe. And now it's almost time to crash out and get some sleep. So we're going to end the video here for the night by saying, love, love, hate, hate, and take care of each other.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Remember, folks, life is beautiful if you know where to look. Keep your eyes, your heart, and your mind open. It just might lead you somewhere special. Thank you for watching the James Blackburn Experience. Please check out my channel for over 900 additional video adventures.